Today, in this video, we are going to see three scenarios in a Cisco Packet Tracer. Before that, I go a quick review on IP address and the subnet. IP address is nothing but the Internet Protocol address is a numerical label assigned to the devices connected to the computer network that uses the IP for communication. It helps you to develop a virtual connection between a destination and a source. It helps you to specify the technical format of the addressing and the packet scheming. Subnet is nothing but a network inside a network. Subnet makes a network more efficient. Subnetting narrows down the IP address to the usage within a range of devices because an IP address is limited to indicating the network and the device's address. IP address cannot be used to indicate which subnet an IP packet should go to. Routers within a network use something called a subnet mask to store data into a subnetworks. First scenario, we are going to see that using the same subnet in a network. For this, I am using a one switch, three PCs. In PC0, I am using the IP address as 192.168.110.10 and the subnet as a 255.255.255.192. For the PC1, I am using it 192.168.10.20 PC1 and the PC2 for 192.168.10.30. In this, we are using same subnet and I am going to join the switches and PC now through the straight wire cable. So I connected all. Let's wait for some time to get a proper connection. Let's see. Now I'm sending a package from a PC0 to PC1. It's showing successful. And now I am sending the PC1 to PC0. Sorry, PC2. It's also successful. I am reversing it. PC2 to PC1. It's also successful. And from PC1 to PC0. It's also successful. Now I am stimulating it. It shows how the packets are going between the PC0 to PC1 and PC1 to PC2 and PC2 to PC1 like that it will shows. Yeah, this is a simulation of the using the same subnets in a network. In a network, we can use the same subnets. It will transfer the packets very easily. One is using different subnets in a network. Here I am using two PCs and set its IP as 192.168.20.10, which is a class C. And for other set of a network, I am using 172.120.20.10. So I set the IP address and default address, and now I'm going to set the router for fast Ethernet and for the fast Ethernet one. For the fast Ethernet 00, I am entering the IP address of a PC01 to PC1. That is 192.168.20.10. 20.1, which is a default gateway of the PC0 and PC1. It automatically sets ZK's subnet mask, and I am on the fast Ethernet 0. Same way, I am set the IP address, sorry, default gateway as 172.120.20.1, which is a default gateway of a PC3 and a PC2, and it automatically set the subnet mask. I am on him. Now I am giving the connection between the switch and router. Let's now check whether the PC0 to PC1 is packet is going or not from through the command prompt. For that I am command ping 192.168.20.20. Yes, the communication is happening. Let's now a message between the PC0 to router 0. It's showing successful, and PC3 to router 0. It's also successful. Actually, this makes that this network is communicating, and this network is also communicating. I am using this network as a C class A network, and here I am using a class B network. Now I am sending the packet from PC2 to PC1. It's also successful, and from PC0 to PC2, it's also successful. Let's now simulate it and see what's happened. First, the PC0 is going to switch 0 and going to router 0. Then from PC3 to switch 1 to router 0. Now it is going from a PC2 to PC1. It's going to switch 1 and to router 0, and from switch 0 then PC1. This is how the communication happens when different subnet is in use and in a network. Now, the third scenario is different networks and different subnets. In this network, I am using class C networks, and here I am using class B network. Now, I am going to connect the switch from a PC and router from a switch. Same I am doing here. Okay. Let's now check whether the connection from a PC0 to router 0 is communicating or not. Yeah, it is a successful. It's communicating between its network, and let's see what happens from PC1 to router 1. It's also successful. And now we are going to connect these two networks. Now we are going to connect router 0 and router 1 with the serial DCE, serial 002 to serial 00. For this, I configured and commented in the CLI, which is already I have commented that router enable configure terminal, and I set the IP route as a 0.0.0, and I set serial IP address as a 192.168.30.1. So then exit for both the routers I set like this. Now let's see the communication between the router 0 and router 1 is going or not. Router 0 to router 1, it's successful, and from router 1 to router 0, it's also successful. From PC 0 to PC 1, it's successful, and from PC1 to PC0, it's also successful. Yeah, now I am going to stimulate it. How it is going from a router 0 to router 1, and from PC 0 to PC 1, it is going from PC 0 to switch 0, then to router 0, and it's going serially through router 1 and reaching the switch 1 and going to PC 1. This is the how the communication is happening between the PC 0 and the PC 1. Thank you.